Hello, I'm continuing the part 2 of chapter Act 3 of where are we? Natlan's Archon quest. Again, the previous quest was super short, but I feel like this one's gonna be more substantial, so I might just still keep them separate. Anyway, it is to whence the smoke drifts. We are to investigate clues. Lolly comes as promised, but she also makes a request. She wants you to help her find her missing grandson, Ororon. You take this commission and set out alongside her. Grandson? Wait, did I miss something? Grandson? Okay, anyway. So, we're here. And, I don't know how many quests there are for this act, but I know there is an act 4. Actually, let me check. Where should that be? This one? Oh no, it doesn't show you. Okay, anyway. They usually release like 2 acts, at least, per patch, so I'm assuming it's gonna be the same here. And I haven't finished Act 3 yet. And also, Shilonen's banner ends in 12 hours. I probably won't get her just so I have enough for Mavawika, but maybe when she gets a rerun, I'll try to get her because I just don't want to ruin my Geo
Is this
streak.
really necessary?
Oh, wait. What? Here we go. I also want to get Sitlali.
This is the spot.
I'm thinking about Chatska or Ororon. Let's wait. If we get to the climax of the story, if I decide that I want them, or even Shilonen in the next 12 hours, maybe I can decide, but probably not. Let's see.
An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with a Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him. Or perhaps trying to extract information. However,
Lost the lip sync
I
again.
doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him.
It's so cold today. Oh my goodness.
He learned a lot from us, and
Like a
once he
blanket
reached
and a
adulthood,
jacket.
he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids,
Growing vegetables.
living off of what he harvests from the garden.
Aww. A sustainably
He's always
living.
been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person. Next. The autoplay's quite
Oh
short.
well, let's keep
Taking
looking.
a while.
He can answer all of our questions once we find him.
Yep.
He's been raising
Hopefully
phlogiston
we
aphids
find
for a
him.
long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
Will elemental sight work?
Here, give me your
Oh.
hand.
Wow. She's granting us abilities. Thank you, Sitlolly. Ooh, I love her pink highlights in her braids. What's wrong with her hand? Has Traveler's hand always been like that? Or oh, it's her glove? Okay. What's wrong?
How about now?
What do
Okay.
you see?
Paimon, do you see anything? Oh, I can see the trail now. Paimon can't see?
Whoa, Paimon
Oh, okay,
can see
there
it
we
now
go.
too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you.
Temporarily.
For a short while, you'll be able to
Sure,
see the
thank you.
phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Traveler's senses are a bit stronger than Paimon's.
No need to point that out.
When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted.
Well, thank you.
Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two.
Alright. Let's go find this kiddo.
Over here, this way!
Okay, lead the way,
Lolly might
Paimon.
say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
Follow Sitlal.
What was that?
Oh, Paimon was just complimenting you. Really?
Okay, they're done talking. Let's go.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
So she is older than her appearance.
Is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now... Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be,
She's
right?
overthinking.
Don't tell me they're
She's just
still
like
getting
me
the impression that I'm
305.
super old-fashioned.
Huh? What? Can they read? I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind? Could they hear her? Her inner monologue?
Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Can you hear each other too? Seems Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Ah, it must be a side effect of the spell she cast.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help
Can
of
they
friends.
hear everything? That's awkward. So you can now hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Sitlali. But can she hear them?
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Her nose shadow is swapping sides. You bet. Just leave it to us. Well, she can hear them. Aw. Alright, where are we? Okay. To pay a cock? Rise? I have no clue how to say that. Probably, but...
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind.
Shorthand.
Only someone from
It's
our
like the
tribe would
Thieves Guild in
recognize it.
Skyrim, or you know,
So
like a lot of
Ororon was indeed being
organizations, they have
threatened.
symbols to send
We've
messages.
got to find him. Fast.
Oh, okay.
Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch.
Was she kidnapped?
If they
Or
notice
maybe
us,
blackmailed?
we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there?
Grandson. Okay, we didn't miss
Can't have
anything.
him
It's just
caught
being
in the
revealed.
crossfire.
The quest
No,
blurb
I've got
spoiled
to be
it
careful.
for us.
Otherwise, he'd get hit as well. How annoying.
Oh my god, this is so funny.
No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
So she's like Farazan? So they can hear everything. Okay. But she doesn't know. Okay, so he is her grandson. That quest description is such a spoiler. They should figure out how to write things before you obtain information, like for exposition of certain facts that you
10 points
might
for
not
agility.
have known just yet.
Yeah.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
The
And
Fatui?
each told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
What's that for?
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Can he...
There are signs of a struggle here.
A brat?
Judging from what's left on the scene,
Maybe a
there
hound.
must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
Zitlali looks pretty worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui. So given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Okay, you take Paimon.
I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you.
Okay then.
Let's
Paimon,
meet up again later.
where do you want to go, Paimon? Okay, I guess with us, sure. Be careful, Zitlali.
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Oh, you little brat.
And off she goes. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Zitlali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no
she
response.
cannot. So the telepathy doesn't go both ways.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Zitlali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect. If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
To whence the smoke drifts, split up and investigate, okay? I really love Kenichi's mobility.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's
It's
follow them and see if we can
so
find anything
useful.
up ahead.
If I had Mualani too, damn. I would explore way more areas faster. There are traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
shh, just kidding. I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone
But
from
the
here.
trail just can't end, though.
That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops.
Did they
We
disappear?
can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also, is that the legendary
So,
foe?
you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Huh? Is that him? Who are you? Huh? Whose voice was that just now? Oh my god, Paimon disappeared. Ooh, what are we doing? Mind Palace. Hello? Did my game lag? Oh. We're being teleported. Ooh, okay. The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? It's him.
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
But why would I not move?
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses
His getup
danger in
reminds
their
me of Moza
environment.
from Star Rail,
And
but
given
less
your
emo.
combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm
Interesting.
Ororon, the one you've been searching for.
So he is in the Night Kingdom? Well, what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie. Like a false omen in
His
the lingering smoke.
eye colors reminding me
My friend
of
and I only left those traces
Fire
to lure
Emblem
you here.
Engage. Even though
Deceiving
it's
you was
completely
never our
different
true
traits.
intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
It's Il Capitano.
Greetings, traveler from
Wait, did we
afar.
actually get transported?
Be careful with this traveler. Her soul is
Oh, her
temporarily
soul.
restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her.
It's the soul.
It was I who tasked Ororon with leaving the traces to lead you here. And I who
Capitano.
used the Master's ritual
So
to
cool.
bring your soul to the Night
The
Kingdom.
duel, like with Mawika? It's so cool. So you are working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with
So
my
regal.
colleagues. Given the present
Sorry, I'm a
situation
Fatui
in
apologist.
Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. In person.
Is this in person? Does this count?
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro
Ooh.
Archon.
Interesting.
I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
I've
If you
completely
would like to
avoided
hear our
spoilers,
intel,
by the way.
then find us to the east of the stadium.
East of the stadium.
But remember, not a word of this
Paimon?
to anyone. I would like to avoid any further
I wonder
conflict.
if they've unmasked Capitano here.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help
no.
me keep this a secret.
Oh, we're not good at lying, you guys.
This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
You're asking me to do the hardest thing, which is lying. Actually, no. Traveler's good. We were able to trick Farina. Okay. Interesting. I've managed to avoid all spoilers except for the thumbnail of what Genshin uploaded, like a week after the
what
patch
happened just now?
release.
You suddenly
Like the
collapsed and
cutscene
stopped
of the main, like, event or whatever. I don't know. I didn't look at it, but you know, the thumbnail of the heroes. I'm like, no, please don't show me anything. I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Time to make up story.
See Lolly! She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they are being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did. Or should I trust them? Traveler rarely trusts the Fatui. I could just share everything with Paimon and Lolly right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Night Wind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else. Look at that Tapet
If you're
sword at the
feeling
back,
sick,
so
you
cute.
should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exercise
I'm so
any
interested in
ghosts
what
or weird
Capitano has
stuff
to
that you
say.
picked up in the
Why
Night
should we
Kingdom.
not trust the Pyro Archon, huh?
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything
I know
from
she's
me,
using a
just
different tone.
say the word.
Is it Lolly's VA? But I can still hear the lilt from Watch 7's. So I wonder if they have a little bit of like an intersection of personalities. Thanks everyone, I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Stop bullying me! I love March. Hey! Oh no, that's not how he says it.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready.
For what?
I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Ororon is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Okay, go to the campsite, which is where? Huh? Is it here? Oh. Okay, so she is a granny of Ororon. And Ororon doesn't want to drag her into
Look
this
over there.
mess of some sort.
Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
Oh, that's Ororon.
That's Ororon. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So he's keeping up the facade? He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier. Well, good thing Lolly doesn't hear her thoughts. What about Paimon, though?
All right, we'll take the lead.
His getup is so... I don't even know.
Hey, quit daydreaming.
Costa
Don't you
Litsky.
have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking
Oh,
the
so
light,
their
so I must
clan is
beseech
like-
you to move
Are they
aside.
seers?
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
That's me whenever it's raining. I cannot see the sun.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready?
we're
Let's go
fighting?
kick their butts.
We're fighting. Okay.
On my count.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1!
Is she... What's it, Lolly? I didn't see her vision. Is she Animo?
You're still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Why do we not have demo for Sit Lolly?
Here's backup! Don't get too close!
I'll settle this.
Bow before your king!
This out! Target acquired!
Oh, more? There's more?
Support fire! Ah!
Let my name echo in song! Strike up this way!
Don't get too close! I got him cornered!
Loki might have regretted pulling for Kenichi's weapon. I don't think I really needed it that much.
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats to Lead, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, other granny.
Granny?
What did you just call her?
Granny. Is that not right? You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age
Same
as her,
age?
so
Well,
I
you
figured
seem to
you're
be
also a granny.
approximately the same age as
How
us.
many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
He's just not well socialized.
Not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned
Oh my
vine.
God, he's actually
Given
funny.
how hard those
He has a
thorns
sense
are
of
to
humor,
remove,
you guys.
I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
He's not an emo kid.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone
how
above
old
a
is he?
certain age as an elder I should look up to.
The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting in an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and even said it would be for Lolly's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Ororon? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed
Can't believe
the
Capitano
3
sacrificed some of his
warnings.
people.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and
Scammers.
strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next
They're both
time
funny.
after this?
I love
Not a
them.
chance.
I don't get it. Is he really just like
They
that?
didn't hurt you, did they?
I wonder what they
No,
told him
they
to make
just
him
asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain
follow the
and
Fatui.
made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay. Now answer me honestly. Were you the
Oh, he's
one who helped the
Electro
captain escape after his
and
battle with the
Animo
Pyro
Sitlali.
Archon?
Yes,
So why did you do it?
because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to
Oh
not
my
use
goodness.
it?
The
Did you
scolding
really believe everything they
never
said at
stops.
face value? And not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see
I'm
will
sure
soon
there's something
manifest
more
into
to it
reality,
than, you know, good or bad.
there is still
always
no
is.
need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence.
I do feel like
Let's
Sitlali
clean
must,
this
might
place up
be
and get back to the city.
patronizing Ororon a lot.
Ororon,
Like,
you better remember this
still is
lesson
treating
well
him
and
like a
seriously
baby.
reflect on your actions.
where
Also,
when
once
he
we
is,
return to
I
the
feel
city,
like very,
come to
very
the speaker's
capable.
chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown
I
vegetables
mean, he
as
is
well?
acting like this, but
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky
Loki
about
reminds
the
me of
selection.
Noctis from Final Fantasy.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
15.
If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do
Whose
is...
VA voices.
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
What do you mean, right? Oh, he was just agreeing. Okay, so the Masters of the Night Wind. They have, they study the, They study the Night Kingdom? Or they draw their powers from the Night Kingdom or something like that? Or they frequently go to the Night Kingdom? I'm not yet sure. You return to the city and Sitlali brings you to the Speaker's Chamber where you recount everything that has happened to Ororon.
I see.
Huyapa.
So Ororon came to the captain's rescue
hat.
because he promised to help him in exchange for Sitlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Ororon was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro
Could
Archon
she
for her
see through
forgiveness?
it?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Sitlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Ororon's
Mr. Ororon, please
symbolisms on
report
his
back to the Speaker's
clothing
chamber as soon as you've received
the
notice
quantum
of the
symbol.
Archon's decision.
from
I understand.
Honkai.
Thank you. And thank you too,
I
Granny.
think. It looks like it.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Ororon is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Yay! Oh yeah, I forgot that was the whole point of this. I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle
Oh
your
my god,
thumbs
is
or
this the end of
something
the
while
quest?
you
Oh
wait
my
for
gosh,
the
I
good
can
news.
stitch this with the first one.
Bye for now. Come with me, Ororon. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Please end, so I can
Goodbye,
stitch those
other
two
granny.
together. This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Wink. What do you mean? Don't hurt me, you kiddo. That look on his face. He's probably trying to remind me about my promise. Well, stop calling me. Lamine. Granny then. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Zitlali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Oh my god, we're telling Paimon. Paimon's like the huge blabbermouth. Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
You pull Paimon aside and tell her everything that you saw earlier when you collapsed.
What? That captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry.
I feel like Zitlali
Paimon
could
just
hear
didn't see
us.
that coming.
Maybe she's just acting
So
like
you
she
really
couldn't.
saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Ororon, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Zitlali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not completely sure. We still need more information.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so
I think
we'll
I'll just keep them
meet with them
separated
when the
even though
time
they're less
comes.
than 40 minutes each. That's fine. Oh wait, just kidding. We're not yet done. Wait until 8 p.m. the next day. Okay, next day. 8. 8. Okay, maybe. Okay. No. No matter, since we're way past 30 minutes now, I'm just gonna keep those two VODs. Oh, not VODs, we're not streaming. Like the first part and this part separated. If it was like exactly 30 or less, I would have stitched it together, but seems like there's a little bit more to the quest before we end.
He loves being antagonistic.
Go
Just
to the agreed
ignore
location.
him when he's mouthing
Okay.
off.
We're gonna be meeting Il Capitano. Is it far? 290 meters.
10 points for agility.
Here, then we head right. Where?
Is this really
Where does he want to
necessary?
meet? Are we there yet? 176. Is it up? Up? Yep, it is. Well, this is awkward. Can we try to get up there? There we go. And can we do this? Perfect. We need more grappling points. Alright, show yourself, Il Capitano.
10 points for agility.
Ooh. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I remember stumbling upon this area. I'm like, oh, what's this place? So it's our rendezvous point. Is that a milling
Weird.
stone?
Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
They haven't really tried to hurt us. The Fatui harbingers, at least. Except for La Senora. Oh, Ororon's here too?
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
I thought... Wait, why is he here? I didn't think he would be here because he's under watch.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Kind of like Moza.
And what's with you all the time. You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady
I
stuff
love
behind
his
people's backs.
shoes.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her.
It's just
Sometimes you two
Paimon,
sound
trust
really
me.
similar, you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
Paimon.
so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this meeting?
Hmm.
Where's Capitano? Is he just gonna poof out of thin air?
It's all clear. Over to you.
What the fuck?
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
Over to you. I'm only interested in the intel. I don't really care how the Fatui thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you.
Oh, child, don't remind me.
Child told me that you're passionate
Haven't
about the
seen him in so
unknown
long.
and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would
was
much
yeeted by
prefer to
Skirk.
bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to
We
consider
know
my
something that
proposal.
Mabuika doesn't
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan.
hasn't
In
been
order to
able
defeat
to
the Abyss
tell
and
or
save
share with
Natlan,
Traveler
she
yet.
still needs two
Like,
more
you know,
heroes
the power
to appear.
of the
Wait, how did
waves,
you know that?
Wybs.
Never mind. Guess that's not important
But
now.
is there something more than that?
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear?
So for now,
And even if they come to
from
her,
what we've
will
been
their
told,
power be enough to
including
drive the Abyss
here,
back?
the Capitano, it seems to me that he's only doubting her
If
capabilities.
any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan,
and her plans,
even all of Tavat,
like
will pay for her mistakes. Now,
safeness,
you may
security,
have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her.
solidity.
But what if I told you she's had another emergency
Okay,
plan
here we
all
go. Here we go.
along,
Okay.
the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
Another reason to
emergency
doubt the Pyro
plan?
Archon. Okay.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she
Oh
has
my God.
chosen to keep it as
She's
a
gonna
mere
sacrifice the
backup
heroes?
plan.
Or destroy the Night Kingdom. What's gonna happen?
Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she
What?
comes to her
What is
senses.
it? And how can you possibly know about it? Tell us.
My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the
So,
abyss.
do you guys have an
We
alternative
have to
plan
make the
to
decision
propose?
for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation. So what I'm getting so far is Capitano wants to just make sure that the backup plan gets executed. The backup plan that we don't know yet. He hasn't told us yet.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could it mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis.
Okay,
But even so,
not for
my
the
desire
Tsaritsa.
to save Natlan remains unchanged.
It's just like Arlecchino.
And
I haven't done
now,
her story.
I have
You know,
found
for
a new way
Fontaine.
to solve
and now
the
it's for
crisis.
Natlan.
We can implement it immediately if
Oh,
we reach an
okay.
agreement.
Here's his counter proposal. Oh my god, oh my god.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
What?
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Pascal? Oh, it's Elon.
Something! Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
Oh my goodness. He just
See, Lolly!
he just
When
got
did you
smacked.
get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Ororon? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
He just doesn't want to explain.
And now you're talking back. Well, go
Not
on
the
then.
talking back
Explain
line.
yourself.
Oh no, sit
What the
Lolly.
heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools?
My tools? What
I
the
swear,
fuck?
if I don't teach you a lesson right
Girl.
here and now, I'll...
Wait,
Get the belt. Oh my
calm
god,
down.
sit Lolly.
We,
This is not
still
you.
learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child. And he's not a child, by the way.
Listen well, Ororon. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's
I
go.
wonder what made
We can
them
discuss this more
convince
back in the city.
Ororon. Or I mean,
You
what
two
made
keep an eye on
Ororon
Ororon for me, okay?
help them. And why they chose Ororon out of all people. Our conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment. But if Ororon's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Yeah, look, he's smiling. We don't even know the plan yet. We need options. Return to the stadium. Oh, we got an achievement. Officially meet with the general in his labyrinth. Oh, okay. I love Il Capitano. So far I have all Fatui Harbingers that are playable, at least. Il Dottore is nowhere to be found. La Signora's dead. And, they're the only ones we've met that are not playable, right? So Child, Arlecchino, Scaramouche, we have them. And I don't know who is the next Fatui who is gonna be
In all
playable.
my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Ororon. Use it! Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time.
Wait, so Lolly heard all of that?
No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the
He's
captain
just
want?
so mad and
What
betrayed.
is his purpose in
I get it.
Natlan?
Oh, look at Ororon. Is he acting or is he really,
Really?
scared of Sit
You're just
Lolly?
going to stonewall me?
Looks like Ororon has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly
Aw.
clashing like this.
Oh, he doesn't know what to say.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
He's asking for
I'm
help.
sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine. Well, it's definitely a little awkward.
Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us!
Indeed, you've got a point. Then please just hang in there for a
He's
little
just
while
holding-
longer. Granny should
holding
be
out
done with her scolding
So the
session
scolding
soon.
ends.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me?
Girl,
You.
chill. You have to chill.
Sorry, Granny.
Now we're getting scolded too. Look what you got us involved
Sorry,
in.
Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now.
Oh my
so
god,
why
they-
would you listen to an
They
old
know.
hag like
They
me?
just know what to put in
You
her
say
lines.
all the right.
Even Paimon said sorry, Granny.
If that's how you're going to treat me, You can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Not the guilt tripping.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can
Sounds like
say
my
to get
parents
through you.
before.
Ororon, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not
Backstory.
it, Granny.
Then what is it? Huh? There's something off about that voice. It's too soft. It's too soft. What do you mean?
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Ororon! Where have you gone?
Is it disembodied?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away,
What's that
but
disembodied
isn't
voice?
he right here in front of us?
He's fade walking, astral
I'm
traveling.
really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Oh my god. Sit Lolly, you're gonna be in trouble.
Get back here this instant! Ororon! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
You're gonna be in so much trouble, Sit Lolly. You're his guarantor
What
or
just
something.
happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Oh my god.
Whoa, that's a little extreme.
Oh my god, you're so violent.
But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
We don't even know the plan yet. He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Ororon probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. That brat.
Like, because of
I
guilt, or is
swear.
that your superpower? The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Ororon would have no reason to keep following him. Yeah, exactly. What made him so sure that there is no other way? Oh well. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Ororon's stubbornness has hurt Silali deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. Yeah, I think now that we know something, we can at least coerce the truth from Mawika. What was all that about Ororon's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Do we have to keep walking from point to point? Return to the stadium. Here we go. And then she's gonna tell us. She just needed to figure out how to tell the story, so there should be enough time, huh? Right,
Do
Lolly?
you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Your treat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
It's okay, we can cover our own bill. Paimon's got a secret food fund so she can do the honors.
How did this become Paimon's bill?
Lumine.
See, Lolly looks quite down on herself.
You got this, right, Paimon?
All right. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that?
Paimon's tree.
So you can just sit back and enjoy, Sweet
Lorraine
Lolly.
looks so sad.
Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns.
Oh, okay. Well,
Besides,
if you're
we'll
the type
definitely
of
do a
person
meal
to
after
say
all the
that,
time
then
we've
sure.
spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us. But Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, Sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
I'm sure Paimon will agree. Oh my gosh, okay, this quest is longer than I thought initially, which is nice. Great, great. Where do we go? Straight on till morning.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Why is it just once? Is it because we're in a city or something? I can't do the double...
10 points for agility.
The Weary Inn? What's the name? Oh, is this where we ended the last act? The three of you walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. Oh, I have to press continue. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice, while Sitlali begins chugging down bottle after bottle of wine. Oh no, she's a drunkard!
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like
Oh no,
spitting
he's
images
drunk.
of each other. Are they twins?
It's not even two people. It's obviously blurred.
Paimon only sees one person there.
Have you been drinking,
Huh?
Paimon? Why do you sound like that?
How could that be? I guess my mind isn't
She's
as sharp as it
flushed.
used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my! It's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley
Hello,
here with
Chanka.
some friends.
Chansa?
Not to mention
Chanka?
ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have! Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Sitlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Night Wind.
Great,
Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chanka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends.
Why do
After
they have
all,
eternal
any
youth?
friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
After Chanka leaves, Lolly downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Not the eyes.
Seat Lowy? Seat Lowy?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name.
Well, not really, we don't know. She's a drunkard. We don't know her habits.
Let me guess.
But she was
You
going through
wanna
it today.
test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Seat Lowy? You're kinda talking to no one.
You
haven't even heard the
chumps
story
come
of
around
Ororon.
here, picking fights with me. Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it.
You're just
I
listening
finish
there
it,
awkwardly.
and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans. I mean, come on. Monster?
Look at the guy at the back.
Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Granny Lolly, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Oh my god, I love this. Not the pointing to the face. Who, me?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
Oh my goodness. We have to bring her home. She can't go home alone in this state. Maybe she can stay here.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
Eyes open.
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks.
Oh my god.
Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite
She's
of
spitting
sleep.
bars.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red. Red, the color of danger,
Oh my god.
has now arisen within that pair of eyes.
Mavuga? Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
Was it a prophecy?
I'm gonna hurl.
Oh my god.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Phew.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's passed.
It's past. I know that
was a
feeling.
Close one.
It was just a
You
burp.
had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up. Not once.
She's defensive. We didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but
I'm surprised she could
I
keep it all
can't.
in. Like, I mean,
Why
the
not?
secrets.
Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your
Even
mind.
when she's drunk.
please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only...
Oh shit. I pressed the control.
What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints
God.
on you after we've
Girl,
only
you
just
wouldn't
met?
be the first. We've been entrusted to save people and nations with, like, from people we just met, literally.
Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all! Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame! I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it! Surely, you know the
I have
feeling
a feeling the more you
too?
get older, the less you care. That's why we get a lot more grumpy older people.
Actually, about that.
Should we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
We're old too.
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
I'm actually 1,000 years old. Just kidding. I don't remember how old Traveler is. All right, Citlali. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. Wait, what are we telling her? He described the events that took place during Ororon's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Lolly shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts. Wait, didn't she hear, though? I thought she heard everything. The rescue.
This is so...
Oh!
You heard...
Oh, her
You
inner
heard
monologue.
my-
It's okay, Sweet Lolly. You had every right to complain about those things.
I already actually forgot about what she complained about.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
Sounds like that's based on a true story.
So that, happens to you a lot.
Cabbages. That's awfully specific.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
The rage. Are you okay? You look dejected.
Take a walk with me.
Oh no, her eyes are
I
back.
have things to share with you.
Okay, finally,
Looks
let's
like
end
she's
this quest with
completely
some
given up.
revelations,
Like
okay?
those criminals who just confess everything and
hour.
accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Okay, follow Lolly to a different spot. Yeah, let's just go out, I guess. I guess. I'm surprised she can walk if she's, like, drunk. Higher. Higher. Going outside?
Are you running away?
Okay. Oh, the stadium.
Well, great view, right? I love coming here by myself.
What's that? Is that her hair? The blue... No, I think it's a
Wow, it's
banner.
beautiful.
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
What?
Oh no, what do we do?
Happy
Please don't
tears.
cry.
Right?
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person
I mean,
who
we were
keeps
pretty
things
casual, but
casual.
Lolly was the one who's...
Well, I guess
trying
I
to be
used to be more of a stickler for the
strict.
rules. And you're right. I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm
Yeah,
just an
sometimes it's easier
eccentric
to
old
open up
hag
to
to
an
them.
outsider.
That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
You're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
I'm not
We
scared
don't
of
find you
anyone.
scary at all.
Paimon's right.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing.
What do you mean by that?
I make people realize that
Oh.
no matter how
my
hard
God.
they work, they'll never become a living legend like me.
He doesn't even say it like a narcissist.
Not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard
It's
to
just
believe.
like a matter of fact.
She just
can't help it.
pretend I never said anything.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Ororon didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Ororon's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Ororon and me.
Here we go. The
You
revelations
deserve to learn the full
end
truth.
the video in the
Ororon's
quest.
not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune. No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a
Oh.
miracle he wasn't devoured by some
He's
wild
not
beast.
really a grandson.
The
just
Masters of the Nightwind
adoptive,
believe
I
they
mean.
can see human
He's
souls.
an adopted grandson.
And in Ororon's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Ororon into a vessel for lost souls.
Huh?
The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Ororon would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening
Like,
the ley
okay.
lines and completing the
The
ceremony.
vessel.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living... Lumine's eyes. Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom. Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Ororon, would be sacrificed in the
countless
process.
souls. I thought it was just like one by
I
one.
wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony.
What? They did it?
It failed, and Ororon escaped with his life.
How did it fail?
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Ororon would probably be dead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death?
Newborn.
By using a human life as a
Does
tool?
he know this?
It's
Wait,
not
how can
right.
a newborn do that? So it's not like
When
voluntary.
I learned the ceremony had
like,
failed,
walking in the Night
I
Kingdom.
was
if he was a
ashamed by
baby.
my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Ororon would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived. And he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Ororon has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of
Kind of
us.
feels like
He understands
He can
just how
help
dire the situation with ley lines has
Fatui.
become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Ororon into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
yeah, that should be your next step.
You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some
It's
sleep.
gonna be one hell of a hangover for you.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good.
Oh my god.
Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry, you don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped
gonna
me so
move my
much
mic a bit.
already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Ooh. A
Good
favor.
point.
How many
Well, I'll
favors
go
have we
home and get
racked
some
up?
sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning.
That has to be the end. It was the revelation part.
Friends. I like the
Aw,
sound of that.
I love her eyelashes or eyeliner, whatever the pink one is on her eyes.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah, we should tell the Pyre Archon what we learned.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
She needs to know regardless. We should just be upfront with her.
Yeah,
I do
you're
believe
right.
him, actually.
We should just go to her directly.
In my
But
mind,
she's
like, the
probably
Fatui are just
asleep.
doing what they
We can
think
find
will
her first
save
thing in the morning.
the world, essentially.
Go to bed.
But a lot of them are using the Fatui organization as a means for their own gain, just like Il Dottore, or his sadistic whatevers. The flickering light splits in twain. Return to the interact. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. This is nice. A bit longer than the previous quest, and we had a bit more exposition here. And I can't wait to find out what the plan is. And hopefully we get the truth from Awika in the next quest. Alrighty, see you in the next one, and bye!